Hi everybody, hi, and let's get straight into this review. Now, our favorite couple is currently going through drama this week. This comes after Lillian paid Lazarus a visit. Well, of course, we all know that that visit was definitely not on ethic, okay, at all. Lillian had an agenda for Lazarus. So, well, baby girl was trying her hardest to win her man back. Okay, should I say her man? But it is whatever. Okay, it is sad. It is quite very sad that a man will be a good man to a person that he love the most. This is a very sad truth, but yeah, Lazarus here is an example of that saying. He has become the best man for Zoleka because clearly he has fallen in love with Zoleka. And he does say it to Lillian that finally, at last, he does not have to pretend to love someone. So this therefore tells us that Lazarus was pretending to love Lillian at some point. And I get that, being told such words cannot be a nice thing for anyone to hear. However, Lillian, I don't know, she lost her mind. She lost her mind because guess what she did? She therefore sent Lazarus a video of Kawe talking to her friend about Zoleka having an affair or having a romantic relationship with Mawethu. Lazarus lost it and went and confronted Zoleka. Zoleka is like, you are a hypocrite. Please do not even try to bring that behavior to me. Remember, this happened way before I met you. Way before I met you, way before you and I became a thing. So I don't understand why do I have to explain myself for something that happened way before you and me became a thing. Okay, when I tell you that it did not happen now, it did not happen now. So this seems like it will bring a bit of tension. And guess what? The video that Lazarus received, I highly believe that it is the video that is taken in his house. He is not even concerned about the fact that someone might have bugged his house or someone is listening to their conversation. The only thing that he is concerned about is that Zoleka had an affair and did not inform him about it, and Zoleka perhaps is the one who's going to be using her brains right now to say no, the real villain here is the person who sends you this video, because tell me why the person was hoping to achieve what by sending you the video. What exactly was this person hoping to achieve? Which is a good question. What was this person hoping to achieve? And Lillian will then go and cry to Signy. Signy will be like, no, this is your problem, you fix it. I wonder how will Lillian fix the problem as soon as she acknowledges that Zoleka and Lazarus are gonna be coming and gunning for her. And also we see Hlati being Hlati. Finally Tumega is a graduate. Yay, love this for Tums. She's a graduate and she is going to be working in the hospital. Hlati is still the same old bitter Hlati